chromosomes, okay? The average person has 50 trillion plus. If you took all the DNA out of your body and unwound it and stretched it out, one person's DNA would reach from Earth to the moon and back over 500,000 round trips to the moon out of 2 tablespoons. It holds more computer information than all the computer programs ever written by man combined in 2 tablespoons. IBM models its newest computers after DNA. The quantity of information is so vast we have to invent new numbers just to measure it. Not just terabytes, but petabytes, exabytes, yottabytes, and zettabytes. All the words ever uttered by everyone who ever lived would amount to 5 exabytes. There's an unbelievable amount of information in your DNA code. If you typed out the code from one person, when you got done typing, you'd have enough books to fill Grand Canyon about 78 times. David said, I'll praise thee, for I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. 78 Grand Canyons full of books is the instructions just to make you. I'd say you're pretty special. Joseph, you're getting better on these intros. That's almost worth a raise. Not quite. Tonight, February the 4th, 2026, Whack an Atheist, one of my favorite days of the week. Look, we're trying to do this for your own good. Remember the old whack-a-mole game? The mole sticks his head up and you try to whack him down? Well, we get the, where'd my SpongeBob go? He's gone. We get the atheists and get some real science and, whack them. Say, look, guys, evolution is stupid. Wake up. It's dumb to believe you're related to a potato. It really is dumb. And we're trying to help you, okay? Sweetly in Christian love. If you disagree, call in at the end of the show, 855-BIG-DINO, extension 4. Talk to Joseph. We're going to get on the show. Is there a link there? Yeah, when they get on, later on. Okay. Tonight, we're on a bunch of different channels. We're on Facebook, on Rumble, on X, our over on TV app, kenthovind.tv. We have an Instagram account, TikTok. Sign up for all of them. They're all free. What do you want? Okay. Let's see. For February the 4th, come help us by April 21st to finish our Noah's Ark. We're frantically trying to we got 7 apartments to build in there. Nobody knows why they call them apartments when they're all together. I didn't make the name up, okay? But we're going to have lots of fun stuff down there to do at our Noah's Ark. Come on down. We are an old-fashioned, independent, temperamental, fundamental, right-wing, radical, chicken-eating Baptist church without apology. We believe the Bible is true. It's the infallible, inerrant word of the living God. Okay? God made everything in 6 days, about 6,000 years ago. The flood destroyed the world and made all the fossils, probably all the fossils, nearly all of them in 1 year. Okay? There's no evidence for evolution at all. You think there is? Prove me wrong. Call in. We'd love to do that. Come join us. We'll be your family for the holiday or anytime. Just come on down. Help us to open for free. Join our 777 club. Say, I like what you're doing. I want to help. Go donate $1 a day, whatever you want. We don't charge anything. We have plenty of bills. With $3,500 electric bill last month, 3,000 meals a month we feed. So if you want to help, please do. But nobody has to. Just come on down. drdino.com. Okay. Whack-a-mole. Whack an atheist. I like to pick some of those that keep continually say, there's evidence for evolution. Well, show it to me, okay? It was really tossed up today. Joseph, for the last couple of days, I've been looking at all the different atheists that need whacked. It's a target-rich environment.
Sir, what did you choose, bro?
They all need it again. Simon, Dan, you need it again, Dan, okay? But you don't get the prize tonight. Creepy blinder. Creepy blind man? Creepy something. He's from Wales. He's a Welsh. Let's see. His content consists of satire, makes fun of other YouTubers who try to convince people that really is not the way it seems. Reality is not the way it seems. And deny the laws of physics. Okay, creepy. I taught physics for 15 years. I think I understand it pretty well. And I don't deny any of the laws of physics. Evolution doesn't match any of them. We never see any animal produce offspring that are different than the same kind of animal. Okay? And it says, he is a very sarcastic very sarcastic about those people, and his channel is more comic nature than a proofing one, although he also does this as well, because he's not a scientist. I would agree with that. Okay? Not very smart either, since you believe you're related to a rock. Now, he has done many videos about meat. Many, okay? Go to his channel, Creepy Blind Man, or Creepy Blinder. I'm living rent-free in your head, son. Creepy. Can't get me out, can you? I know. Okay, you can call. Come down. You can cry on my shoulder if you want. I'll be nice to you, okay? Dinosaur Adventureland. Here's Creepy. He said, Kent Hovind has the most epic crash out I've ever seen. Really? You think I crashed out, Creepy? Let's see here. Let's play this one and see what he has to say.
Don't click away.
One of the great challenges in this world is knowing enough about a subject to think you're right.
I commented on Neil deGrasse Tyson's video, and now Creepy is commenting on my comments about Neil deGrasse Tyson. So that's how he showed. By the way, these atheists show lots and lots of my video. It gets them lots of views, doesn't it?
Yes, sir.
And a lot of your viewers get some real truth instead. Yeah, thank you so much, guys. Keep it up.
But not enough about the subject to know you're wrong.
I think Kent Hovind has gone full on Donald Trump.
Well, that is you and all of you evolutionists so clearly. You think you're related to a potato.
He's actually tried to debunk Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Trying, I debunked him very well, Creepy, and I'll debunk you too and anybody else. Neil deGrasse Tyson believes he's related to a potato, and we came from a dot of stardust that exploded. That is stupid. Tell him I said so. He's a very smart man in other areas, but he's stupid on this one. Tell him I'm not afraid of him. Bring him on. I'll debate him anytime. And you too. Both of you together.
My word, you couldn't make this shit up.
Shut up and sit down, you big bald f***.
Please subscribe.
Well, that is you and all of you evolutionists so clearly. You think you know you're right. You think you're related to a potato.
I mean, there are some people on the internet who may think that, but...
Creepy? Let me ask you a question. All the public schools I'm aware of are using a chart very similar to this, with humans coming related to everything. Let's see, potatoes. Oh, there's roots, carrots. I didn't see where potatoes were. Sunflowers. I'm sure they're in here somewhere. Creepy, do you believe you are related to a potato? Simple question. Don't say, oh, hang on. Where'd it go? Some people on the internet might think that. You think that.
I don't, even though I look like one. Oh, okay, fine, I just wanted to do a terrible bold joke. But all living things share a common ancestor and fundamental cellular processes, Kent. And it doesn't matter whether you...
You do believe you have a fundamental common ancestor with potatoes. Did you get that right, Creepy?
You believe it or not, all it means is we share some genes with potatoes, but we're not closely related.
I didn't say closely related. Are you related? I am not. The potatoes and I have a common designer, and he made them so I can eat them, and I like them. Mm-hmm. Fried potatoes, mashed potatoes. I don't know of any way I don't like them. Okay.
Potatoes are plants? Humans are animals. My dad wasn't a bowl of mash or anything. That would just be weird.
Because you're based on a certain cell structure or something like that, eukaryotes. You're not smart enough to know you're wrong. You think, deGrasse Tyson said, you're smart enough to know some things, but you're not smart enough to know you're wrong. He's not smart enough to know he's wrong. The whole universe fit in a dot smaller than an atom. You can't fit a cup of water into a dot smaller than an atom. You can't fit an atom into a dot smaller than an atom. Well, Neil, I challenge you to a debate anytime. Everybody says you're brilliant, and you are in many ways.
And I'm sure he's clearing his diary as we speak, Kent. I've just noticed something as well, and I can't believe I've never clocked it before. Kent's an idiot. No?
You never noticed it before? Creepy, I noticed that about you first time I saw you. I saw them big holes in your ears and everything pierced. I said, this guy's an idiot. But that's okay. I'll be nice to you.
Okay, too obvious? Fine. What I have noticed is this. All Kent ever does is repeat back what the other person just said. It's like he...
You watch my videos? I point out the errors in what they say. Creepy. You need help. Come on over to Dinosaur Adventureland.
thinks that's a rebuttal. The actual rebutting part, yeah, that seems to be where he really struggles.
Struggle at all rebutting what they say, Creepy. Anytime. Make a point, and I'll tell you if I agree or disagree. You said you think you are related to a potato. I disagree. I think that's stupid. I'm going to eat one of your ancestors just for fun. You think evolution is part of science.
Yeah, and you thought it was a good idea to wear a Hawaiian shirt with your own face on it.
Somebody made me a Hawaiian shirt with my face on it. What does that have to do with the potato? Creepy. You're trying to divert attention from your stupid religion. I understand. Okay.
So I know where I'll be getting my understanding of the origins of the universe from. The astrophysicist you think you're debunking. Not you, because you're a convicted felon. And a more...
What does that have to do with anything either? This is called ad hominem attack, creepy. Maybe they don't talk about that in your country. Most of the people there are felons, okay?
moron. And, yeah, I'll...
I mean, you were thinking, finally? You know what that means?
Buffering.
He finally had a thought. About time.
stop.
But you guys should admit it's a religion and quit making everybody pay to have your religion taught in all the tax-funded schools, museums, science centers. Get it out of there.
Ken, you did 10 years in jail for tax evasion.
Creepy, you are stupid. I did not. Watch my show a year ago, February 1st, 25. Open letter to Donald Trump. I did not evade any taxes. You morons need to stop saying that. You jump at anything to do ad hominem attack to avoid the point. I'm destroying your religion, aren't I? Sweetly in Christian love. Okay?
And you run a ministry which, for some bizarre reason which I've never understood, is tax exempt. So shut up about where American tax dollars get spent. You...
Creepy. There are taxes on products you buy called sales tax. There are taxes on gasoline. There are hundreds of different kinds of taxes. I pay every one I owe. I always have. Our country has decided to let churches be tax exempt. I think that's wise. I think Trump should shut down the whole IRS. Shut it down. Okay? There's lots of other ways to get money than use that private company, IRS is not part of the government, to collect funds. So that's their business. But yeah, we're not breaking any laws, Creepy. Now get back to the topic. Where's the evidence for evolution?
didn't and still don't contribute. So stop...
We pay gas tax, sales tax. We pay every time if you owe a tax, you pay it. I do all of mine. That's a different. I don't want to go off on a rabbit trail, Creepy. You're lying, or you're stupid, or you're uninformed. I'll give you that. You're just ignorant, maybe instead.
bitching about it, you knob.
There's like a gazillion hours of me on the internet. In almost every case, I'm talking about the universe, black holes, the Big Bang, time.
All these, you're talking about things that you don't know enough about. Nobody does. What is a black hole exactly?
Get ahead, MRI. You'll know then. A black hole is a region in space with space. Oh dear. A black hole is a region in space where the gravity is so intense, nothing, not even light, can escape.
Well, Creepy, how do you know they exist then? It's a region of space where nothing can escape, not even light. So you can't see them. How do you know they're there? That's my point. They may be true. I don't know. Nobody does. Neil doesn't. You don't either. So I would say this is a matter of faith to believe in them, which is fine. Believe whatever you want, but don't call it science yet. It's imagination. Maybe they exist. Nobody knows. You don't know. Nobody knows. What exactly is one? Where would you put it? How do they... and if it's dense matter, so dense that even light cannot escape, where'd all that matter come from?
Well, it...
I mean that light is attracted by gravity, in which case the speed of light cannot be constant. As it goes near galaxies, it would speed up on the way in and slow down on the way out, wouldn't it? Is light affected by gravity? Your theory of black hole says it is. So how do you measure distances using starlight? Creepy.
didn't come from God. We can be pretty sure about that. And
So you don't know where it came from, but you know it wasn't God. You're brilliant, Creepy. Keep your day job.
if nobody knows, how can you possibly claim he's wrong? See how that works?
You think? No, I don't see how that works. Nobody knows what they are. Why is he claiming he knows what they are? He shouldn't. You shouldn't either. We don't even know that. You don't even know that if they are. Nobody knows that. You know enough about it, but you don't know enough to know you're wrong. Okay? Black hole, the Big Bang. The Big Bang's the dumbest theory ever in the history of the world. All the matter in the universe fit in a dot smaller than a... Oh, this guy over here. Listen to him. He's right. Okay. Atom, and it exploded. Think about that. Where did the energy come from? Where did the matter come from? Where did the space come from?
Well, scientists have spent decades building telescopes and mathematical models, but sure, it's dumb is a great starting point. First off, it wasn't an explosion, it was an expansion. Think of...
It didn't explode, it rapidly expanded. Can you please explain why you guys are hung up on that? Did the atomic bomb, did the matter over Hiroshima rapidly expand? Yeah. Did hand grenade, when they blow up, do they rapidly expand or do they explode? What is, Joseph, have you ever heard him explain why that bothers him?
No.
Because it sounds stupid.
Yeah.
It is stupid either way, whether it rapidly expanded. And now they're saying, now they're saying the stars aren't actually moving, the distance between them is expanding. Oh, try that when you get a speeding ticket. Officer, I wasn't moving at all. The distance between me and my house was expanding. Try that. I have so much fun making fun of these guys.
Easiest job in the world, huh?
Creepy, thank you for being such an easy target. I needed that. I've been busy today, okay?
A balloon inflating, not a grenade going off. And you ask where the matter and energy came from?
Like a balloon expanding, and the stars are scattered on the surface of this balloon. What's expanding it? Where's the energy come from? Okay? And if a balloon has dots on it and you expand it, aren't the dots getting further apart? Why are they so afraid of the big, they call it the Big Bang, not the big swell. They don't get it. I love making fun of them. Okay.
Well, basic physics says matter and energy are two sides of the same coin. We also can see the afterglow of the event. It's called the cosmic microwave background radiation. And as for space, it didn't exist yet. The Big Bang caused space to come in.
So the Big Bang caused space to come into existence. So this is expanding into what? You mean space wasn't there? How is it expanding into what is it expanding? It's making space as it goes along? What's on the other side of the line? Their whole theory's stupid, you know? Like real stupid. That's okay, you can believe it. But don't call it science, that's all I say.
Into existence, not God. Don't
So you know the Big Bang caused space to come into existence, not God. You know that, don't you? You're going to be really sorry you said that, Judgment Day. He's going to play this video back for you, creepy. I'm trying to get you ready for, you're going to be judged. As crazy as you are, I still like to see you get saved and become a brother in Christ. I'll pray for you.
Do you ever get embarrassed by saying the really stupid things you say?
You talking to Neil? I think I'm talking to both of you. Do you guys ever get embarrassed by saying those stupid things?
Hey.
Time travel, God. But what I'm going to do in this masterclass is teach you how to think.
Teach us how to think. Okay, let me help you out, Neil. I know how to think pretty well. Do you think all the matter in the universe fit in a dot smaller than an atom? That's what the books teach. Do you believe that's true? What evidence would you possibly have for that? All we see is the stars appear to all be giving a red shift. I think that's probably logical, and therefore they're probably all receding from us. I think that's logical. The stars are probably moving away. And then you come to the wild conclusion that proves they all came from a spot.
Do you think I should tell him that there's a huge problem with what he just said? Let's look at the red shift. When light from a star stretches out, it turns red. And this tells us that the universe is growing, Kent. If you watch a movie of an expanding universe in reverse, guess what happens? Everything keeps getting closer.
I agree. I've always said the stars are probably receding. That's why we have a red shift called the Doppler effect. And I point out 17 times in the Bible it says God stretched out the heavens. If we see the stars moving away, that means they were closer. We both agree on that. But you want to go in your imagination way back to where they all fit in a dot. That's where it gets stupid. God made the earth first in the Bible, and then he made the stars and stretched them out to place. Suppose he made them already 20 light years away and stretched them out. He didn't make them all from a dot. You want to assume because they're moving away, therefore, what if I sit on the top of a mountain and I watch cars going all different directions on the highway? Some are headed north, some are headed south, some are headed west, east. Does that prove they all came from a dot? No, they're spreading out on the highway. There's got to be a way to, there's no way to explain it where they'll get it. Probably a thinking person can understand that, though. It's creepy. The stars are moving away. I agree. God said he stretched them out. You got a way to prove that wrong?
Keep rewinding, and it all meets at one single point.
That's where you're stupid. You don't know any such thing. You cannot possibly know what you just said. You can believe that. I'm sure you do. I'm sure you want to.
And this isn't just a guess. We've got the receipts. We found heat left over from that tiny hot.
You found the receipt. You found the heat left over from the Big Bang. Creepy, I don't see any hope for you. I'm sorry. I think it's terminal. You got about 6 months to live.
Start. CMB. It is the literal smoking gun for the Big Bang.
Cosmic background radiation, okay? No, it's not, creepy. You can imagine that all you want. God said in the Bible 17 times, he stretched out the heavens. So my religious position would be, God made earth first, then the stars, and stretched them out. And they're probably giving a red shift as we're seeing the taillights of the stars receding. It does not prove they came from a Big Bang.
Yeah, but there's a bit of a problem with that timeline, though. Earth is about 4.5 billion years old.
How do you know that, creepy? Somebody told you that? I could go back and show you where 80 years ago they were teaching the Earth's 2 billion years old. Back in, I think it was 1770, George Buffon said, the Earth is 70,000 years old. But what if they change the number next week? Are you going to change yours too? What if they say it's not 4.5 billion, it's 4.75? You would right away change, wouldn't you? Anything except 6,000, I know.
And we can see light from stars that are more than 13 billion years old. That means those stars existed long before Earth was even a cloud of...
No, it doesn't. It means God made the Earth first, then the stars, and he stretched them out. They could be billions of light years away and be created yesterday. Think about it.
dust. And the stretching isn't just stars moving through space either, Kent, because that's what you seem to think it means. It means space itself is expanding.
Space is expanding. They're not moving at all. Just the space is expanding. RJ, what else can you say to these guys? Thank you for making such an easy target, Creepy. It really is fun picking on you. Okay?
But I'm sure you just forgot to say that.
I can't prove God did it like you said he did, and you can't prove it Big Bang. We both have a religion. I wish you would admit it.
Kent, for any of what you just said to be true, the laws of physics would need to be completely rewritten.
Which laws of physics, Creepy? I taught physics 15 years. I'd like to hear which laws would have to be rewritten. Your Big Bang, certainly. Matter and energy cannot be created or destroyed. That's one of the laws of physics, Creepy. Where'd the matter and energy come from for your religion? You don't know. And you can't squeeze everything into a dot. It's not physically possible. That's why I said you can't squeeze a cup of water into a dot smaller than an atom.
The observable universe is around 13.8 billion years old, a conclusion based on fundamental physics. And
For debate, Creepy, anytime. 855 Big Dino, extension 4. Book 'em.
the fact that we can see stars 13 billion light years away directly contradicts a young universe.
It's not. He stretched out the heavens. 17 times it says that.
Because light travels at a constant measurable speed.
It's creepy. No, it doesn't. Not if there's black holes. Stop and think now. If there are black holes, you just said light travels at a constant measurable speed. But yet you said even light cannot escape from a black hole. Which is it, Creepy? Come on now.
So unless the speed of light is wrong, you are.
The goal here is to train your mind.
That's the goal of my program, too. That's why I do the Whack an Atheist. I got my hammer. Oh, right here. Okay.
Fucking twat.
You guys have this wild... For you morons out there, that F word is a verb, not an adjective. Imagination. Wow. We all came from a potato, or we're from a rock, and we're related to a potato. You need to get some real science, like the whack-a-mole game, knock some sense into you. That's not science.
Yeah, and neither is an old age pensioner playing with a SpongeBob toy and a mallet, so moving on.
I think you guys need to admit evolution is a religion. I admit I believe by faith God made the world. Can I prove that scientifically? No, obviously you couldn't. And you can't prove the world made itself scientifically either.
Hang on, who said the Earth did make itself?
Would you agree? We're here. Well, how did the world get here, Creepy? Big Bang? You do believe it's here. You do believe it wasn't always been here. You said 4.6 billion years old. Where was the Earth 4.7 billion years ago, Creepy? Where was it? So yes, we both have a religion, and you guys will not admit it.
We didn't, but what we are saying is that God didn't, and you...
So you don't know. You said you didn't make it, but you know for sure God didn't. Don't you know that for sure, don't you? Yeah.
Just said yourself, you can't prove that God did it, which is very true. And you also said that you believe what you believe by faith, which means by its very definition that what you believe is based on spiritual conviction rather than proof or evidence.
Exactly like evolution. That's my point. Why do we pay for yours to be taught, creepy? Go start a private school, teach evolution to anybody dumb enough to send their kids there. Go ahead.
But we have to admit that evolution is something it's not, just to keep you happy.
Admit evolution is something it's not? No. Admit that it is. Admit it's something you believe. And it is. You have to take it by faith. Okay, a few more minutes and I got to quit. My throat's still bothering
How
me.
to see the world differently. How to question what others say.
Yeah, we should question what others say. The textbooks are saying, you know, the universe is billions of years old, when there's hundreds of ways to prove it can't possibly be that old.
And are any of those 100 ways tied up in that framework you just set out yourself, Kent? You know, the one...
No, creepy. I say in my video number 1, the moon is moving away from the Earth 1.5 inches a year. Everybody agrees on that. That means it used to be closer. You do all the math on that, you find out it can't be more than 1.2 billion years old. So why are you saying 4.6? I go through on video number 1 about 30 different ways to prove the Earth is not billions of years old. Now, aside from Scripture, it can't be scientifically. You guys might need billions of years to turn your frog to a prince. I'm sorry, you can't have it. Okay, we got to quit. Questions real quick, Joseph. I got to quit talking here.
Yeah, the first one is, have you heard a good reason for why the speed of light is constant, except for at the beginning of the Big Bang, and it's many, many, many times faster?
Yeah, and if the speed of light is constant, 13.7 billion years ago, where was all this light 13.9 billion years ago? Where was all the energy? Where was all the matter? Where was all the light?
If the speed of light is a constant and nothing goes faster than the speed of light, then why are galaxies and planets moving away from us faster than the speed of light?
Right, they're saying the observable universe is 156 billion light years across. How did you get 156 billion years across in 13 billion years? You can go all day picking on theirs. It's a stupid theory. Think. It's just stupid, creepy. I'm sorry. Whoever taught you that, you need to smack them and get your money back and learn some real science. Okay, I did not know. I knew Peter Ruckman, sort of. I've only met him one time. He died. I had a lot of his students come and worked at our church when at camp when I was in Pensacola. We've got a lot of his books here. Let's see, Why I'm Not a Campbellite, Peter Ruckman. Why I'm Not a Charismatic. These are all by Peter Ruckman. He was rude, crude, crass, brilliant, and but pretty hard to get along with. So, but yeah, I love his logical thinking. He really nails them. Okay, Ken, how do I learn everything you know? I don't even know everything I know. I bet I've read 1 million books. Just keep studying, man. Okay. Going to seminary, what would I study? First of all, go to the right seminary. Some of them are going to teach you to doubt God's word, okay? I don't know where to start. Most of what my daddy and mom put in me a desire to learn when I was a little bitty kid. When I was 4th or 5th grade, I forget, I read the whole encyclopedia set. I just wanted to learn everything. Still, I gave up on learning everything, but I like to learn. I still like to learn stuff. I'm Googling things today, you know. I forget some of the different topics, but just to learn, okay? First, you got to have a desire to learn. Secondly, you got to shut off the TV and the phone. That's the hard part, okay? Then get studying. My name is Arle. Arla Ejughe. I don't know how to say it. I'm sorry. Arle. Sounds good. Okay. I reposted Dr. Kent video, and Cloudy Bowels came out of the woodwork. Cloudy has nobody who listens to him on his own channel. He's got 3 subscribers and two watch it once in a while. And he wants to ride on my coattails. He'll do videos about me just to get people to watch him. He wants attention. Everybody say, hi, Cloudy. Hi, Cloudy. You got attention. Now go back in your hole, okay? Love to hear Kent talk about the Shroud of Turin. I did that, Jesse, on video number 7. I think the Shroud of Turin is not the burial cloth of Christ. for lots of reasons, and I give those on video 7. But I can't talk much more here tonight. Okay? Love dear, I did that already. Okay. I reposted, did that. Cloudy. Can't forget the dumb. There's so much others in me can learn, and I need to learn a lot more than I do. Not sure what that means.
He's pretty much telling you to stop messing with Peaky Blinders and keep teaching them.
Oh, quit messing with the dumb people?
Yeah.
But it's so fun. It really is. Like Aaron Nelson. I said, do you believe you came from a rock? Nobody believes we came from a rock. You show them 20 sources right from their peer-reviewed journals. Yes, you do believe you came from a rock. And that's fine. You should be proud of it. But quit driving on the highway. That's made out of your ancestors. Yeah. That's evil. Crush your grandpa like that. Stop and think. Stop and think. That's bad. Okay, see you tomorrow night. Open mic tomorrow night, Friday night. Call in. You disagree? Somebody call Creepy. I don't know if he's in Wales still, but say, Creepy, Kent's talking about you. He wants you to call in for the show. Debate you right here, with half my brain tied behind my back. In your case, 3/4. Okay, see you tomorrow night. Bye.
The DNA is the most complex molecule in the universe. Deoxyribonucleic acid, your gene code, your chromosomes, okay? The average person has 50 trillion plus cells. The total DNA from all those cells would only fill 2 tablespoons. But if you took all the DNA